Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Just wanted to do a short video for you guys today here on the channel. As you'll see, I'm inside on my rollers riding today. Now I'm just getting on the bike here for an indoor ride. But what I want to do in this video is just kind of walk you guys through just a basic look, a quick look at my indoor training setup and kind of how I've got things configured here. Now, if you guys have been following me on Strava or on Facebook or anything, you guys will know that I'm a big proponent of doing my indoor training on rollers. I just love the feel that riding rollers offers. In my opinion, it's simply the most realistic outdoor ride type feel that you can get inside while training, and I feel that it's just performance wise the best way to train inside. So now I ride the Inside Ride E-Motion rollers. Been riding these things for gosh, at least probably 7-8 years now. These have been absolutely bulletproof rollers, except for the occasional belt that I have to change on the flywheel, just from honestly wearing them out from just so much use. The actual rollers themselves have been, like I said, literally indestructible, and I've got thousands and thousands of miles on these. Now, for anybody just starting out on rollers, I would recommend, if you're just starting out, to put them inside a door frame where your shoulders would kind of line up with being even with the door frame, so in case you were to tip over, your shoulders would just lean into the door frame. But I've got mine set up here in the middle of my living room and in front of my television because I've been riding these things for several years, definitely, several thousand hours now. And I'm just really good at riding the rollers. So I have mine set up. Now I do have, as you guys see here, I've got this wooden stand here to the left of me. And I have this here because this is where I keep, my remote controls, my cell phone for, operating Zwift, stuff like that, or just checking messages, whatever, because I'll ride my rollers for 3-4 hours at a time here. In fact, I'm going to ride for, probably 3-4 hours today. I keep my drinks here. I usually keep, 3 or 4 bottles of water, Diet Dew here, something that I drink. Keep my snacks. I'm a big fan of the Swedish Fish candies. So I just kind of keep a bag of these here, and other little snack bars. And I usually just go with an old t-shirt, just a sweat rag basically, that I can, as I'm riding, I can wipe my head off with, because you will sweat a lot riding rollers inside. So I keep that right here. I keep everything right to my left, and as I'm riding, I really don't even have to look over there. I can just pretty much know from numerous times doing this where everything is, and I can just kind of grab everything real quickly. So I've got everything I need right here to my left, and then I'm riding. Now I've got I've got my main TV again right in front of me here, which right now I'm watching football. Actually, it's Sunday afternoon here, just watching football, and I have a smaller, I think it's a 32-inch smaller flat screen TV that I've got, kind of right in front of the big one. And that's, obviously the screen that I hook up to Zwift So as I'm watching football or watching whatever I want to watch, I've got my my Zwift screen literally right in front of me. So I mean, this is pretty much my setup, guys. My pain cave is basically my living room. You guys will see my couch behind me. I won't lie to you, I probably spend more hours on my rollers than I do on the couch. So I've also got over here I got a big treadmill in the living room that I don't use it much now because I'm just so into the bike riding. But I do have a treadmill in here that I'm actually trying to sell, to be honest with you. But guys, this is my setup. Okay, this is my indoor pain cave, so to speak. Big fan of the rollers, and this is how I got mine set up. And now again, as far as reasons why I like the rollers, again, it's just premium ride feel. Now, I mean, and this is probably the biggest. You guys probably can't see it, but my rollers are actually on a boom rack. See, I'm like actually putting forward and reverse momentum into the rollers. My rollers are on a boom rack, so as I'm going, they're actually moving back and forth, which just gives you just a really realistic road feel. And probably the number one reason why I could never go back to a stationary trainer is because of the out of saddle experience that you get on rollers. In my opinion, simply cannot be matched. I'm going to do just a very quick out of the saddle segment for you guys to show you how fluid that looks. Guys, keep in mind, when I'm doing a 2, 3, 4 hour indoor roller ride, I will literally spend more time riding out of the saddle than I will in the saddle. I mean, that's why I can slog away for so many hours on the rollers, is because I can ride out of the saddle for most of that time. So a lot of people ask me, like, man, how do you ride 3, 4 hours on rollers like multiple times a week? And it's like, it's because of it's just because of the ride feel that you can get on rollers. Now here is going to be just a quick out of saddle test, to show you guys. Now, if you guys, I don't know if you guys can see or not, how clear you can see this, but again, my bike is moving back and forth on the boom rack, and obviously I've got very, very realistic. I mean, this is exactly how it would feel to be outside on the road right now riding rollers, or outside riding up a hill would feel just like this, except I'm inside on my rollers. And again, I will ride long durations out of the saddle like this, and then of course I can just sit down whenever I want to. Now, as far as the resistance, my eMotion rollers, I know they make a smart version now. To be honest with you, I'm not personally interested in the smart version. I've got just the traditional setup with the magnetic resistance unit on the flywheel. And guys, between the magnetic resistance wheel and the gearing, you get your resistance, through changing your gears. And with that flywheel, I get all of the resistance I need on this and then some. So guys, there you have it. A look at my roller setup. I simply I'll never go back to riding a stationary trainer ever again, because in my opinion, rollers, they just feel so great to ride. It's almost like an outside riding, like today. It's the high today. Yeah, it's sunny outside, but it's like 45 degrees out today in New York. To go outside, I'd have to layer up and honestly just kind of freeze my butt off. And I can arguably get a better workout right here inside of my rollers. I'm a huge fan of rollers. Anybody that follows me on Strava or Facebook or anything knows that. I would highly recommend to anybody who does, you know, any amount of indoor training to seriously look into getting a set of rollers. They are tricky to get the hang of, but once you get the hang of them, truly get the hang of them, in my opinion, you'd never go back to a trainer. So, all right, guys, just wanted to, you know, share my setup with you guys. Hope you guys get it right in today. And remember, guys, don't ever let anything stop you from getting in your Ks.